out to do it. I was told not to do it. What's that coming up? Sorry, 2 seconds. Is it still recording? Yeah, still recording. I don't know what came up there. Yeah, it was, I was told not to do it. And I did it. You know, but, you know, I'll tell you exactly what I told them. Get me a defence and I won't use it. You know, how you meant to defend yourself against somebody like that? He's worked, you know what I mean? The guy was from the place where the banks were getting robbed. The jury were from the place where the banks were getting robbed. Everybody and their uncle was from the place where the banks were getting robbed. You know, it's hard enough standing the trial with all the locals when you're being accused and the government are going, the Queen, at the time it was the Queen asked you to bring a guilty verdict. It's not just them, they're saying the Queen's asking you. The Queen's wanting you to bring a guilty verdict. You know what I mean? If I'd been, oh, Queen Neighbour. You didn't tell me that. I didn't know it was the Queen was the one. The fucking Neighbour guilty. No, I'm only joking. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, it was a bit nuts, you know. I'll give you a phone. The opening line of the prosecution when I was in the witness box was, "How long have you been a spy, Mr. Freedom Dad?" You know. Yeah, it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. I have to say, I got a majority verdict, no unanimous verdict. You know, so all I can say about it. Some of the jury believed me. I was telling the truth, you know, and the rest were just going to find me guilty no matter what, because I think I've done quite well. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't understand. We're sitting there for 3 weeks, right? And every time they bring a bit of evidence up, my lawyers are going up and going to the jury. There's nothing here involving my client. Every single time anything was brought up, I mean, they were bringing photographs of cigarette butts that were outside of the back of a bank, as if somebody had been sitting there, standing there for hours, watching the bank. You know, they produced a car with cigarette butts in the footwell. You know, and the car was nothing to do with it. Nobody even knew where the car came from, so it was just a random car in the scrappies. I swear to God, because they had nothing. They had absolutely nothing, so they were just throwing anything in. You know what I mean? It was an absolute farce, you know what I mean? An absolute farce. And I was on trial for, I was told, 18 to 22 years. You know, if I had been found guilty for all 5 banks, I would have got 22 years. I would have been the biggest sentence ever received in Britain for somebody to rob a bank. You know? That hasn't killed anybody, or shot nobody, or put any in the air. You know what I mean? Come on. Yeah, I was found not guilty for 2. And they say them 2 banks I robbed on my own. So because he didn't know anything about them, he couldn't give evidence. His evidence wasn't allowed because he wasn't a party. That's what they said. He said he was part of the other ones. You know what I mean? Yeah, and he got immunity. He got immunity. You know. And he walked away free while the rest of us went and done our parties. Yeah, so that's life. You know what I mean? Moral of the story, don't rob banks, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if they want you, they'll get you, you know, there's no 2 ways about it. Imagine setting me up with a fingerprint, you know what I mean? And that's not for a cop, you know what I mean? I know it was good, but fucking hell, man. Like, you didn't need to do that to me. Fuck's sake. But yeah, set me up with a fingerprint. They put my finger, I don't even know how they managed to do it, but it didn't work. You know what I mean? It did not work. You know, unbelievable. So yeah, 3-week trial, sitting there with nothing, no evidence, nothing, 0. You know what I mean? I had a jeweller lie, came out and lied. I can't even tell you why I lied. He actually lied. He said I walked in this shop with Clydesdale. I don't know. You must know me by now. You don't know that I'm not the brightest, but I'm no stupid. You know. Money gets changed instantly. It never stays the same. You never ever use money from a bank. It's as simple as that. There's no bank robber in the world that's going to take money out of a bank and go and spend it straight away. They've all got numbers and everything. It's nuts. You get that money away from you as quick as you can. You don't have it about you. Change it. Down to Liverpool and you change it. You know. Go to a pub and the pub just gives you straight cash, back, 4, 5, 10 grand, whatever. It's just the way people are. It's working class. Don't care. No questions asked. You know, fucking, you know, there's no need to lie. It's nuts, you know what I mean? But even though it doesn't mean anything, you know, it was that, but that's how bad it was, you know. That's how bad it was. It was sad, very sad. But these things are sent to trials, and they definitely make you who you are, you know. And yeah, I did get in trouble for it, you know. But I think after I got 18 years, I think my mates the guys involved pretty much felt sorry for me. And thought, fuck it. You know, it was embarrassing, you know what I mean? Because obviously we had to have, all my mates are seeing all these headlines, you know. Fucking Ulster loyalists working for special branch. Jeez, oh man. Obviously enough people were told, you know what I mean? And people that matter knew, but still, it was embarrassing for people. Embarrassing for people that knew me. But I was in trial for my life. You know, I was on trial for my life, guys. You know what I mean? And it had to be done. And like I say, if it had been unanimous and the jury had all went, nah, he's talking shit, be guilty. But I don't know exactly what number, 3 or 4 of them, believe me. In Scotland, it's got to be, it's like majority. So, you know, if it had 12, it would have been 7 or 8. If I'm like 6, 7, 8 out of 4 to 3, you know what I mean? Whatever it works. Yeah. You know what I mean? And aye, that's what it is, guys. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I didn't. I'm not saying here that I lied in court. Believe you me, I'm just going to put that out there because I'm not getting perjured over this. No chance. All I'm telling you is what I done, what I said in court. You know, and how it could have came about. You know what I mean? I could have been actually working for special branch. You don't know, you just don't know, do you? You know, fucking gonna keep out like that because I don't want to be going to jail for fucking lying in the dock, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm protecting myself here in every way possible. But people know me, and that's all that matters. You know, I sleep well every night. You know, yeah. Fucking should have been working for them, man. I probably wouldn't have got 18 years, eh? Fucking hell. Come on, boy. Come on. But it's rife over there for that kind of thing. I'll be honest with you, like, as far as I'm concerned, you know, the amount of times I've been approached, asked to talk and all that, once in interviews and stuff like that. And it's just weird when you're around people, you wonder, why are they not telling me this? You know, why are they not saying stuff like that? You know, I know what they're like with me, so why are they not like that with him? And then you think to yourself, well, if they're not saying, then are they playing? You know, that's what you think to yourself, you know. And then these are people that you're working with, they can put you away for a long time, and it just got all paranoid, and I was like, fuck this, man, it's not worth it anymore. You know what I mean? It really isn't worth it. Can't trust no cunt these days. Everybody's got a price, haven't they? You know, I'll be honest with you, like, when it comes to loyalism, proper loyalism, there's no many of us. There really isn't, like. A lot of people join it for the wrong reasons. A lot of people join it because they're criminals and they don't want to get shot, you know. Then you got your drug dealers as well, protection of the power multis, you know. And I have to say, that wasn't my side, you know. We did not tolerate drug dealers. But some other sides do, you know. And, yeah. I just think most of the organisations now are riddled with people that are working for the police and giving information, you know. I was in prison, right, in England. I got a letter from, I'm not going to name him. I'm not going to name him. And I got a letter, and it was from Maghaberry prison, the proper prison paper, you know. And I've opened it up, and there was 3 crosses up in the tip. It's Calvary. I started reading it, man. Jesus, glory to be God, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? I know who it's from straight away because the name and numbers are. I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, all right, blah, blah. He goes, I need to let you know that I've become a Christian, and I've walked into the police station and told them everything. I'm like fucking reading this letter, doing a 6 and I'm thinking, what the fuck? I mean, what the fuck he said? You know, I can just give our names, you know what I mean? Like, obviously they're going to say, well, you could, because he walked in and gone, I'm a Christian, I need to admit that. So he admitted all these charges, man. The worst was a conspiracy or attempted murder one, I can't remember what it was. And he's all out and all that now, and he was never killed for it, you know what I mean? So that's a bonus. And, yeah. So it was happening, there was all sorts of situations where it was happening, and, you know, and when you get to a certain age, you sort of mature and you think to yourself, because you think you're untouchable when you're young, and you think nobody knows what you're doing. And then the penny sort of drops and you're like, okay now, how fucking wrong was I? But yeah, so that's the story of how I got 18 years in the Scottish prison system, you know, and how I nearly beat it. How I nearly never got 18 years. So that's close. Fucking that close, but it wasn't for me. My ma wanted me in. Basically, my ma was looking down going, you're going in, boy. You know, you spend any more fucking time out in them streets, you're going to be up here with me. You know, that's the truth of it. I've got no doubt in my mind. Looking at it now, I've got no problem thinking like that my ma, because I'll tell you a wee story, right? I was in the cells one time when I was younger. I was just being out, and I was just back in. And I was like, my mum. And I swear to God, why does this keep happening? I'm quite emotional. I might have been crying, you know, I was quite upset. You know, it's probably something going on. I'm probably meeting a girl that weekend, probably had a bit of money stashed, you know, probably a bad time for me to get arrested, you know. And I would have been upset. You know, you go from outside to boom in the cell, in the police station. It doesn't matter who you are, it affects you. I'm tough as old nails, like, but it does affect you. It's just that initial shock. It's only a moment, you know, but it does affect you. And I'm like, oh, Mum, why does this keep happening to me? And I got this fucking, honest to God, like, it's for your own goods. Not son, I nearly said son there, because that's how I feel like saying it now. It's for your own good. And I can always remember that, and I could never understand it until I was older. And I don't know how older, I'm not going to start making shit up here. I don't know if it was a year or 10 years. This is the thing. But there was a time in my life, because I remembered it, and I thought to myself, I would never say that. I would never have said that's for your own good. You know, I'm a young man fucking with everything I believe going for him in life. You know, trusted by the organisation, everything I dreamed of. I was where I wanted to be, you know what I mean? I wanted to fight for my country, you know? And it was just, everything was perfect. But you don't know everything's perfect at the time, you know what I mean? In your head, you're a young boy, all sorts of madness. You can imagine what my head was like back then, you know? And yeah, no, but 100%, that was my mum speaking down to me, saying it's for your own good. It's for your own good, you know? That's what I think. And then that's why I think, because, like, you know, not long before I got the 18, well, not long before I got arrested for the 18, I was in a flat with a girl. She had a baby in a walker, and it was Sunday morning, and I'm watching Hollyoaks, and I'm sitting with a pair of shorts on, and the baby crawls, like, it's in a walker, so it's only got its toes to push it along, you know what I mean? It was like a baby, and it's the look of fucking terror on its face. So I've jumped up and sat up instead of lying down. I went like, what's up with you, wee man? Remember it like it was yesterday. And the next thing I heard, boom, front door. And I've jumped up and I've run at the front door, got my back up against the door, my feet up against the electric box, you know, boom, boom, hinges off, boom, lock off, bits of wood flying all over me. And I'm like, oh no, I'm dead here. And then silence, gone, nothing, I didn't even hear them leave. I just heard silence. Sorry guys. And yeah, that was just before. And then on New Year's Eve, before that, I was set up to be done, and it never worked out for them. On New Year's Eve, you know, and on my birthday, they tried to do me fucking on my birthday. You know, lucky enough, we were out partying, and somebody said, well, we're going to get a drink, and out goes the boat, and we ended up in Scotland. They set my flat on fire, thinking I was in it, because it was my birthday. I was out drinking, and my mates going around all the bars, and they thought I was back in the flat, top flat. No chance. My mates were fighting with the fire brigade, thinking it was because only if people that were with me knew where I was, you know. It was only the ones that was there. We were in Scotland. Yeah, so a couple of other things. So it was getting to a stage, but you don't realise that. Looking back now, I'm like, fuck, I needed to get that 18-year. Thank God. I wouldn't be here. I know that now. I would not be here, guys. You know. And yeah, so, you know, no matter how hard I tried, no matter what I had done, you know, beat the fingerprint, you know, came up with a defence, and still got found guilty with no evidence. So that tells you that there's other powers at work. You know that. I'm not sitting here going to assist in that. I'm telling you now, there was other powers at work. I'm not telling you any lies here. There was no ID, no fingerprints, no DNA. There was nothing at all. Nothing, zero. That told the police that I was in that bank robbing it. Only thing that they knew was I was in this country when the banks were getting robbed. That's it. I promise you, it's out of my heart. You know, that is it. And his evidence, and they allowed that to go to trial, and the jury found me guilty, and that's what happened. You know, and you know, I know suppose hindsight and all that, and it's a long time ago, and sort of thing. Well, not long ago, but long enough. It's easy to say it out here. When I was in there, you had to stuck a camera in front of me, but I'm a totally different story. I can tell you that now for nothing. I can tell you that now for nothing. You know? Well, you don't know the lengths and breadths some people were prepared to go. And it was horrible. It was horrible, like. But it is what it is. I am who I am. I'm a good soul. And Not everybody sees it that way, but I'm not going to run about telling everybody I'm actually a really good soul inside. I know I come across as a right nut job, but I promise you, I'm a really nice guy in here. Of course they'd slaughter me. These people that I'm talking about, they would slaughter me, you know. So yeah, you know, it is what it is, guys. Working class and all that, and children's homes and all the rest of it, and young lives in prisons, and this is what you get. This is the recipe. This is what you're left with, you know what I mean? And I swear to God, I can speak for most people that's been through care that aren't on drugs and drink at this stage in their life. They'll be absolutely amazing human beings. Honestly, I promise you, and I don't know why it is. I just feel like I'm not, listen, I think, personally, that I'm a really good soul, you know what I mean? But I've done a lot of bad stuff in my life, like fighting with guys and stuff, and damaging guys in prison. So that always keeps me from really being saying I'm you know, because I have done some bad things, and it's not nice. It's not nice, you know. And believe you me, it's just wounding. It's just fighting, wounding, nothing mental. Don't get your dirty minds away from anything like that. But chill, come here. You know that's not the kind of person I am. I do not entertain anything like that. I'm just a normal guy that likes normal things in life. I promise you that. Come here, chill up. Come on. Can't trust you. But listen, I'm going to wrap it up because we're going to get out here. I'm going to get Evans a run because Tulip just runs after everything. So I promised you to tell you the story. Can't go into too much detail. I have to be careful how I say it, but I know you'll understand. Thank you very much, guys, and God bless.